Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas. I'll be bringing the latest and everything cool every single day. Today's rundown is going out to all of our friends that are janitors and in the custodial departments of different buildings and offices out there, trying to keep everything clean and sanitary and safe for all of the employees, the essential workers that have to go in. You guys all rock. Thank you so much for your service. Let's get started with your rundown. Here's something we all knew was coming. The San Diego Comic-Con is canceled. After weeks of hesitation, Comic-Con International has finally made a decision and canceled the massive event. It was slated to take place at the San Diego Convention Center from July 22nd to 25th, and although the entire state of California is under lockdown, the organizers had, until now, hoped that everything would be resolved in time for the event. Since more than 150,000 people attend Comic-Con every year, this is obviously the safest choice. It's going to cause a significant economic impact on the city of San Diego, and anyone who's already purchased a pass will get a full refund. Yeah, this is not unexpected at all. This is absolutely the right call. It's a terrible call. It's an awful call that has to get made. You know, I love Comic-Con. Honestly, if I have to pick a favorite event that I've ever gone to in my career, it has been Comic-Con, but this is absolutely the right thing to do. Nobody wants to be the reason why new outbreaks start, you know? No business, no event, no airline, nobody, you know? We have to be incredibly careful as a society, as a civilization, as, you know, as human beings. We have to be very careful about how we approach this kind of thing going forward, and yes, the right thing is for people to stay home, to not go out and socialize, to not, you know, congregate in groups, and to not keep spreading this virus. We have to slow it down. There's a lot of other steps that have to fall into line as well to keep everybody safe and let us go back to kind of a semblance of normal. But step one is to not gather big groups of people. So good job, San Diego Comic-Con. That was absolutely the right call.
I am Groot!
You'll be able to grab some turkey and return to the Streets of Rage before the end of the month. .emu has announced that Streets of Rage 4, the all-new entry in the classic beat-em-up franchise, will hit the streets on April 30th. Like the original games, players will take on the role of either Axel Stone, Blaze Fielding, or Adam Hunter, and then punch and kick their way through loads of bad guys. 2 new characters are also being introduced, and there will be local and online co-op for up to 4 players, along with a PvP mode. As you can see, the gameplay and art aesthetic are designed to recreate the feel of the 16-bit original, but, best of all, there will also be an optional retro mode that gives you the same pixelated character models from the first game. I can't wait for this game. I love the Streets of Rage franchise, particularly 2, which went absolutely insane, but it's so ridiculously fun. I know that the original composer is part of the mix of creatives involved with this game. I know that it's being crafted with a tremendous amount of love, and I am super excited. It's a good move that they've also got that pixelated kind of vibe to this as well. Cannot wait for this game. Of course, I will have a review for you as soon as I get a copy. Warner Brothers, HBO, and their new owner AT&T are joining forces with some big names to get their streaming service off the ground. JJ Abrams and his Bad Robot production company are working on a Justice League Dark series for the upcoming streaming platform HBO Max. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the show will utilize characters from the DC Dark Universe, which includes the likes of Zatanna, Deadman, Swamp Thing, and John Constantine, although it's unclear which characters might appear in the new series. As part of the same deal, Abrams is also producing 2 other shows, including one based on the Stephen King tale, The Shining, and its sinister Overlook Hotel. No word on when the new shows might go into production. HBO Max is one of the signature projects that started life after Warner Brothers was purchased by AT&T in 2018. It goes online next month. And yup, I guess this is the new arms race. We're going to have all of these streaming services spend billions of dollars in creating new content for us. This is where a lot of the scripted material that we're going to care about, you know, the genre stuff and the horror pictures and the sci-fi stuff, that's the stuff that, you know, fans of EP are going to be gravitating towards, and Disney and Netflix and now HBO Max and I guess CBS All Access, they're all vying for those subscription dollars, and I think a lot of network television is really going to be hurting bad for scripted stuff. I think the sitcoms are going to live on network TV, but we're going to get all of our genre stuff and our serialized, you know, adventure stuff in all of these streaming packages out there. I'm very excited to see how this Justice League Dark show comes together. Clearly, JJ Abrams is stretching his wings. The deal that brought him to Warner Brothers was absolutely enormous. And I know that Disney was trying to court him back to Star Wars in some capacity, maybe less so these days. But yeah, very excited to see what he puts together here and how it kind of changes the whole scope of filmed DC entertainment. Because presumably you don't bring JJ Abrams on board to just do this one-off show. I'm sure they're kind of thinking of him as somebody that they can bring in to kind of shepherd a lot of DC projects. So interesting days ahead for HBO Max and for fans of DC Comics like myself, but also for all streaming entertainment. There's going to be a lot of shows to follow over the next little while. You can't go to the movie theater right now, so Disney is stepping up their online game. The studio has announced that their new movie, Artemis Fowl, will begin streaming exclusively on Disney Plus starting June 12th.
You think I'm ready?
The film was originally expected to be a theatrical release, scheduled to hit cinemas in May, but rather than postpone it like other big movies, Disney has taken the unprecedented step of skipping theaters altogether and releasing it as a digital-only movie. CEO Bob Iger plans to do this with other movies going forward, but no word on what they might be.
Fair enough.
For those who don't have Disney Plus, the studio has begun cutting the price of movies that users can buy digitally down to just $8 for most catalog titles. It's no surprise that they want to increase sales. Disney, along with other movie studios, has seen a drop in their stock value during the pandemic, so better sales on digital platforms will help them mitigate their losses. This is the only real play here. This is the time for these massive studios to start to kind of look at digital in a very real way to bring these theatrical releases out to market. Trolls World Tour did huge box office numbers. It was a massive success over the weekend. Well, digital box office. It was a rental-only premiere window. I don't know if you can buy Trolls World Tour at this stage, but they made $90 million over a weekend, which is huge dollars in the digital space. So I'm sure every studio is looking at this as a very real possibility, and I would not be super surprised to see huge movies like Tenet and Wonder Woman 1984 and Black Widow and Mulan and even Dune, if things aren't sort of back to normal by the fall, start to move towards digital-only releases. And there's nothing saying that these films can't then be put back into theaters when everybody feels like it's safe to go into movie theaters. It's going to be a long time before we're back in theaters. That's my prediction. It's not my hope. It's not my wish. I would love to be back in theaters next month, but I think it's going to be a long time, and I think a lot of you do too.
All I have now, Artie.
Hollywood loves remaking classic franchises, and now they're going on a Kato diet. A new movie based on the crime-fighting superhero Green Hornet is on the way. Universal Pictures has optioned the rights to the franchise following a bidding war with other studios, with the plan to make a new movie that focuses equally on the Green Hornet and his martial arts sidekick, Kato.
Let's roll, Kato.
The characters first appeared in the 1930s when they were the stars of popular radio dramas and film serials.
All right, Kato, we're going to introduce Mr. Grant and the world to the Green Hornet.
And the most famous adaptation came in the 1960s with the TV series starring Van Williams and a young Bruce Lee in one of his first American roles. The last big Green Hornet adaptation attempt was the 2011 film starring Seth Rogen, which was produced by Sony Pictures. That was a critical and commercial failure, so hopefully Universal has better luck with their new movie. I've always dug the Green Hornet. You know, I've watched episodes of the TV show. It's so cool that Bruce Lee was in it.
We thought you would appreciate it.
But, you know, it hasn't really blown me away, and so that consequently leaves Universal here with a real opportunity to create something very cool with the aesthetic. And I don't know if they're going to go period with the show, which would be awesome. If they made it like a 30s movie or a 60s movie, that would be very fresh. Maybe create the idea of a lineage with the Green Hornet or something. I don't know what they're going to do. I think it all depends on the creative visionary behind the camera. It also depends on, obviously, the script, but the people that they put in front of the camera are incredibly important. I've got an interesting suggestion, though, because Kevin Smith actually had a very long run with Green Hornet comics, and I've read some of them, and they were quite good. The guy's a great writer. Maybe he should be the first person that Universal taps to, you know, pen the first draft or something like that. That'd be cool. Good luck finding somebody to play Kato that overshadows what Bruce Lee did. One of Master Chief's greatest adventures can now be experienced in a whole new way. Microsoft has launched a beta test for the new PC version of Halo 2, which is included as part of the Master Chief Collection. Fans have been waiting a long time for this. Halo 2 was included in the Master Chief Collection when it launched on the Xbox One back in 2014, but it and several other games were missing from the PC version of the collection when it launched last year. Since then, Microsoft and Bungie have been addressing technical problems with the PC version, so now that Halo 2 is almost ready, hopefully it means the other games will be following soon.
Don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it.
Looking ahead, Bungie is working on the all-new game Halo Infinite. It's expected to be a launch title for the Xbox Series X this holiday season, but with the global pandemic, that could change. Now, yeah, this is a very good move from Microsoft to placate Halo fans that have invested into the Master Chief Collection, and they've been improving it and tweaking it and addressing issues with it all the while, lots of them on Xbox One, and now they're taking care of the PC fans out there. But in the process of doing that, you're also creating brand awareness and you're keeping people engaged and playing these classic games and into the mythology. They've got a television show that's on the way soon. They've got previous content that people are still consuming, novels and other animated work and other TV stuff. And of course, they've got the brand new Halo Infinite. So it keeps the game vital. We've been waiting a long time for Halo Infinite, and there's every possibility that we're going to be waiting even longer.
Stay calm. You've been out there a while.
Phil Spencer was on IGN not too long ago, and he was talking about the fact that he's not specifically tying the launch of the system to the readiness of a video game. So Halo might not be a launch thing with the Xbox Series X, but then they might delay the launch of the Xbox Series X as well. Who knows?
We need to run!
No, we need to fight.
Halo is still massively important to Microsoft and to millions of gamers out there, including myself. I love Halo. So I'm psyched to see that the original babies are still being taken care of and that people are still playing the classic stuff because it is still absolutely enjoyable and very, very valuable.
Get ready.
All right, you guys, that does it for our rundown today. We'll be back again on Monday with a brand new episode for you. But in the meantime, we've got lots of other content for you. I unboxed the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. I'll have a review for you very soon. There's other reviews up there. We're going to have a Sunday feature for you this weekend that I think you're going to enjoy quite a bit, and a classic episode of EP coming up tomorrow. So dig around into our content, and if you dig our channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. Please go ahead and share it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.